I am a retired professor of psychology. The following is my story regarding my time in my college. In particular, my time with Jack Bundy. I taught a psychology class of more than 45 students who ranged from freshmen to seniors. The classroom itself was one of those theater like rooms that you see in the movies. The chairs and the built in boards ascended to the top of the room. Naturally, my more inattentive students sat in the very back, which is to say, they sat at the very top, in the darkness. You see, I actually like my classroom's lighting a certain way, dimly lit. Any deviation from that interfered with my lecture. I couldn't, and still I can't, concentrate with bright lights. Mr. Bundy was an excellent student. Superb, I would say. Although I informed the class that I don't take attendance, he was always on time and he never day.
I like your concept actually.
Thank you.
You know what? I think it could have been a bit better.
Okay, sir.
Sure, ma'am. I think you should have put a more hard work into your work. And last, okay. Jack, I almost thought that you knew what was expected of you. Did you think about this, about the topic
Yeah,
beforehand?
I was pretty sure with it.
Yeah, you were sure, nah? I thought it. Yes, sir.
In the beginning of the semester, he seemed to be able to make friends with the other students easily. But then time progressed, and with that comes change. Sometimes for the better, and sometimes for the worse. As a professor of psychology, I am certified for evaluating individuals. Sometimes that's my job. Mr. Bundy was an intelligent young man with an above average IQ.
Hey, Jack.
Yes, sir.
A bit early today, na?
Yeah, just was reading this book.
Oh, let me see. Okay. Not for the common ones. No?
I know, sir.
Okay. You can do that.
I began to notice odd behavior in my classroom. Not from Jack. He remained his same happy self. I noticed that the other students gradually moved away from him. At a time, Jack sat at the front of class, listening intently to every word that I professed, along with several other students. This day, however, he sat in the same spot alone. The other students sat together somewhere else. Why are they neglecting him? I thought to myself. One night, I sat in my kitchen grading papers. The assignment this time was to write about childhood experience that the students believe help shape who they are now, whether it be in a positive or in a negative way. Then I read Jack's essay. I picked it up as I always did, with excitement and genuine anticipation. But this must have been a mistake. As my eyes raced down the page, it began to beat rapidly. His essay was inundated with curse words and detailed gory inscription of some sort of evil. The week before the end of the semester was what I like to call the opening of the floodgates. That's because students would come to my office hours to ask me their questions before the final exam, hoping to salvage their grades in the last week.
So, people, as you know, if you need any suggestions, don't feel any hesitation. Please come to me during lunchtime or any free time you have. Thank you. That's all for today.
Sir, may I come in?
Yes.
Please.
Please. These are basically the books you were asked for.
Thank you, sir.
No, actually, there was this thing I wanted to ask you. I recently have been noticing that your group has been avoiding Jack a bit.
Professor, Jack's not what you think he is.
What?
Yes, sir. Sir, please, I don't want to involve myself in it, please.
Okay, I didn't really want to get you bothered or anything.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
It was 2:30 p.m. and my office hours were now over. But I thought that I would make an exception for Jack. After all, he was my best student. But deep down myself, I also wanted to ask him these certain questions. These questions have been lingering in my mind for quite some time now. It's been as if his character that has been sketched in my mind since I first saw him had been changing, had been in a dynamic motion. It's been as if I have started seeing another side of the same coin.
Sir?
Yes.
Sir, I'm extremely sorry.
Sorry, for what?
I submitted the wrong document. You told me to submit an essay.
Yeah.
Just got this please. This is the original copy.
Hey Jack, don't you want any suggestions?
No sir, it's all fine.
Best of luck.
Students have shunned him, including his best friends and his study group. He accidentally sends me this sadistic letter, which even now I have no idea if it's true or not. Moreover, he always had on this fake smile, this forced personality of happiness. But lately, he has been showing antisocial behavior. Luna seemed horrified when I asked her about him. What's going on? Maybe the kid's a psychopath. But how did I miss something like that in my own students? Nonsense. He's just going through a phase. A very weird, unusual phase. I hope.
Stop!